So what the hell happened with L Brands yesterday? Down 12% almost. Very disappointing because I was up almost 6% on that stock and I didn't sell, and all of a sudden it just dropped down to 28. I bought it at 31 and it was trading at 33, almost 34, and it just dropped down to 28, down 12%. A real disappointment. So down 10% in my holdings for L Brands. Now, good thing I only put in $1,000 in it. So what am I going to do now? Of course, I'm going to hold on to it. I hope it continues to pay dividends, the 7% dividends that it pays per year. And as soon as it goes back up or even slightly above the price I bought it at, I'm gonna sell it. So I'll hold it as long as I have to and collect the dividends. And when it goes back up, because eventually it'll go back up. But I don't, unless it goes bankrupt. But I don't think a company like Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works is gonna go bankrupt. Just a matter of fixing what needs to be fixed. I mean, a company that makes billions in revenues and profit, as long as they have a market, I mean, people are still buying the brand. Maybe they're just overpaying the angels. What frustrates me though is we only find out after the stock drops that Victoria's Secret says it's closing 20 stores this year. So why didn't we know this before? So the stock always drops or moves before the news comes out. So second quarter earnings were down by 1%. So that's not even a big deal. Not enough for the stock to drop 12%. So obviously closing 20 stores is a big deal, but it's funny how we only have access to that information after the stock drops. So it looks like they're competing with American Eagle, which is doing much better, and that's what they seem to be worried about. That American Eagle will take away their market share. So it's just a matter of repositioning the brand or reminding people the value of the brand. So yeah, regardless, like all I can do now is wait and hope that they continue to pay dividends. And as soon as it goes back up, I'll sell it. In the meantime, I bought some Vodafone shares yesterday at 22.87. I put in $2,000, but I made a mistake with Vodafone. Part of the reason I bought Vodafone is that they pay high dividends. Last year they paid 7%, but the mistake I made is I forgot to check how often they pay it. So they pay it once a year, and they just paid the last dividend August 3rd. So that means for me to get a dividend, I'd have to wait a full year before I get dividend on this stock. So that's a mistake I made. I didn't check before buying. I assumed that it paid quarterly dividends. Regardless, even if I have to wait a year, I'll probably be able to sell at 30. My goal is to probably sell at 27, make 16% capital gain. So the only profitable thing in my RSP right now is American Airlines with almost a 5% profit, which was closer to 9 because it was trading close to 41, which also dropped. But I mean, the whole market dropped, so not too worried about American Airlines. Just disappointed that at the crazy swing. So of course, L Brands down 10% in my portfolio. Vodafone that I just bought, and WestJet down a little bit less than 1%. Now in my TFSA, everything's profitable except for Ford, of course. Bank of New York Mellon up 3%, Starbucks up 3%, and AT&T up 1.5%. So I'll continue holding these stocks. Right now, I have no more liquidity, so I have nothing else to buy if something else comes up. I obviously wanted to buy Facebook, or I was thinking of buying some more L brands, but I think I'll wait and see what happens. I've got 233 US available in my TFSA, and on the investor's edge side, about $259 combined, so not that much. Can't do much with it. So Bank of Nova Scotia is going back up a bit. Bought at 76, closing at 78. I think that's the only positive thing in my investor's edge account. Yeah, New York Mortgage Trust is a good one too right now. It's positive, but it's a stock anyways that I keep for dividends. So GM is a good buy. Also looks like a good buy right now, trading in the 35s. The reason I didn't buy GM and I bought Vodafone instead is that I wanted to diversify. I already have Ford, and with all the news Trump's creating, wasn't didn't want to buy two stocks in the same sector. I already have $5,000 in Ford, but GM is definitely a good buy with almost 5% dividends. It's a stock on Warren Buffett's list. Whirlpool looks like a good one also. It's near a 52-week low, pays 3% dividends. 1 year target is 172. Analyst reports give it a good buy recommendation. CI Financial Corp looks like a good one also. 5 billion market cap, 3% dividends. 52-week low was 20.79, so trading at a 52-week low, 52-week high was 30. Let's look at financials. So from 1.8 to 2 billion in revenue from 2014 to 2017. So it's not that big and it's not growing that fast. Net income is very stable, half a million or half a billion, sorry, per year. So they're sort of stagnant. They're not growing, but they're profitable every year. Let's look at reports. Morningstar. Morningstar gives it a 25 fair value. CFRA gives it a hold recommendation. Looks good to me, especially that it's one of the companies held in the mutual fund dividend 15 split corp, which holds all the biggest Canadian companies. So yeah, I'm very disappointed in LB. Definitely shattered my confidence, but I know just have to ignore, need to be patient, just have to wait, move on, think of other things. I hope Vodafone is a good choice. I just bought it. Disappointed also in the dividend. So yesterday I had two big disappointments, Elbrand and realizing that Vodafone's dividends were yearly payments. So as you can see, my balance in Canadian dropped to 87. It was close. It was 9,000 in 2 days. It was $9,000 2 days ago. It was $9,000 2 days ago. Now it's at 8,700, so down $300 already. And TFSA is as is 6,700. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Any stock tips, leave them in the comments below, or you can contact me directly on my website. Link will be provided below. If you're going to open an account with Questrade, use my referral code in the description below the video so we can both get between $25 and $250 depending on your initial deposit. Thanks for watching.